I'm meteorologist Alex O'Brien, and this is Taking Science by Storm at Home Edition. Today we're going to talk about the seasons. Now, all across the world, the seasons really guide our day-to-day life. Whether it's agriculture or just our day-to-day plans, if you're going to the pool in the summer or you're going sledding in the winter. Plus, of course, it affects the weather. Rain versus snow, dry versus wet season. The reason we have seasons is because of Earth's tilt. Earth has a tilt of 23.5 degrees, and as Earth revolves around the sun over the course of 1 year, that tilt determines which hemisphere will have direct or indirect sunlight. Experiment time. All you need for this experiment is a flashlight. Go in a room and turn off the lights. Turn on the flashlight and point it at the wall. When the flashlight is pointed directly at the wall, you can see a perfect circle. All of the energy coming from the flashlight is in that circle. Let's say that is 1 unit of energy over 1 unit of surface area. Each point in the circle is receiving maximum energy. Now tilt the flashlight. Notice how under a more indirect angle, the surface area increases. That would be 1 unit of energy over, say, 2 times the area. Each point on the wall will receive less energy under indirect versus direct sunlight. Now let's take what we learned from our experiment and apply it. In winter in the northern hemisphere, Earth is at the point in its orbit where it's tilted away from the sun, receiving more indirect sunlight. At this time of year, each point receives the lowest amount of energy from the sun. This is summer in the southern hemisphere. Moving into our summer, that's when the northern hemisphere is pointed towards the sun and where we see the most direct sunlight of the entire year. And this is also winter in the southern hemisphere. In between, we have the transition of seasons, that's autumn and spring, where both hemispheres receive equal sunlight. Myth or fact? The Earth's distance from the sun causes the seasons. This is a myth. The Earth is furthest from the sun in July and closest to the sun in January. The seasons, the tilt of the Earth, it also explains why the poles are so cold and the equator is so warm. The equator receives the most amount of direct sunlight of any point all year round. And the poles are the points on the globe that sees the most indirect sunlight through the year. That's all for this episode of Taking Science by Storm. I'm meteorologist Alex O'Brien. See you next time.